Okay, before I get started and fill this dais with wonderful and talented comedians and Dweck, how many of you guys and girls are regulars at the Monday night open mic at the Brighton bar?
Yeah.
If you don't know, I'm the regular Monday night host of that. I got to know Dweck really well over the years through that and some other shows. And when he asked me to host this, I was like, that's awesome. Dweck, is that because you think I'm a father figure? Because I'm the Tony Stark and you're the Peter Parker of the Jersey Shore comedy universe? He's like, no, my buddy Timmy got nervous and you know everybody. So that's why I'm here. However, as you guys probably know, this is the second year anniversary of the mic at the Brighton bar, and it's been a great second year, right? We got named Best Comedy Club in Monmouth County. Carl Callen's filled the place twice this year. We have done a bunch of great shows. Give it up for yourselves. And what happens is, when you do that, when you do great nights like we're having tonight, the local media starts to take notice, and we're reviewed in December by the Asbury Park Press. I want to read that out loud in case you guys missed it. In case you're not normal newspaper readers, there's a reviewer named Don Wilno. He's a Monmouth County legend. He goes to local watering holes and restaurants, and he assigns a number of pretzels to the restaurant. So 0 pretzels is the worst place ever. 5 pretzels, Jersey Shore legendary status. This came out on Sunday, December 1st. You ready to hear what he had to say about us?
Yes!
Column is called What's Up Down the Shore by Don Wilno. As part of my editorial duty to chronicle What's Up Down the Shore, I took it upon myself to check out Monmouth County's thriving open mic scene with a trip to the Brighton bar on a recent Monday evening. Coupled with the fact that this is very publication recently awarded the Brighton bar Best Comedy Club in Monmouth County, and there not being much up down the shore in the off season, I couldn't resist a trip to the West End secret den of laughter. So far, so good. Hold it, wait for it. The promotional materials for the evening stated that aspiring comedians could sign up to perform at 7 o'clock p.m. and the show would start at 7:30 sharp. To fully immerse myself in the experience, I made sure to get there just before 7 p.m. I stopped for dinner at the Surf Taco location down the street and enjoyed a Maverick burrito, chips and roll famous salsa, and a Nutty Surfer shake before settling into my seat for a night of belly laughs. It has been rumored that the Brighton bar serves pizza, but considering this has been more of a vague threat than an actual dining option for the last 2 years, I played it safe and satisfied my hankering for coastal Mexican cuisine before arriving at one of Long Branch's most notable watering holes. When I arrived, there were several aspiring comedians and comedians milling around and exchanging pleasantries while they waited for the host to arrive. At 7 p.m. sharp, the host walked in with a clipboard and sat on a high-top table as literally everybody at the bar bum-rushed the cocktail table. Signing up seemed like a fairly orderly affair with the exception of 2 older gentlemen that approached the clipboard with the reckless abandon of R. Kelly at a junior prom. The next 30 minutes were filled with small talk, a few drinks, and notably nobody, including the staff, asking what the hell I was doing there. At fairly regular intervals, multiple people told the host he was doing a much better job than the previous host. A claim that is almost unfathomable once the show starts and he takes the stage. But more on that later. However, his ability to take credit for this open mic, while it was clear he merely built his flimsy first floor upon a foundation built by the previous host, is evidence of the toxic white male masculinity that is only starting to be addressed in the United States. While it is unclear just how much of his quote-unquote success he owes to the previous host, it is abundantly clear that he was born on third base and walks around like he hit a home run. Continue on page 3. At 7:30 p.m., the host started the show. Throughout the evening, the other aspiring jokers refer to him as the God of War, Vern Shorter, Joe Button, Tom Hanks at the end of Philadelphia, a younger version of Uncle Junior from The Sopranos, a bear, a twink, and a quote, weird little turtle man that lost his shell. very little in common, they're all somehow fitting descriptions of the host. Apparently his name is Anthony Gingerelli, and he will be the host for the evening. He doesn't tell jokes as much as he states rules, promotes local businesses, and tells anecdotes about his interactions with other comics. Later in the evening, a comic with an Australian accent states that Anthony's performance is more like an OSHA training session than a stand-up comedy set, and he is strikingly accurate. Also, the majority of the host's anecdotes about his dealings with aspiring humorists seem overwhelmingly negative, ranging from leaving him out of trips to the movies, not booking him on their shows, and awkward interactions when they see him with his family. This is somewhat surprising considering he appears to be having the time of his life with these people, and quite possibly be the only person in the room with both car and health insurance. As he announces the somewhat rapid succession of aspiring funny men and women, he continues his circus ringmaster / professional wrestling announcer / mixtape DJ routine, introducing each comic as the next Chris Rock or Bill Burr. This starts out entertaining but becomes exhausting by the 15th or 20th comic. As the aspiring headliners work out new material, a few patterns emerge. Anything with a solid premise or punchline is almost uniformly ignored. Anything related to odd sexual proclivities, criminal behavior, or why everyone in the world is wrong except for the person on stage gets a reaction. Also, there are an absurd number of in-jokes that may turn off some first-time visitors. Words like Cabrio, Dweck, and Molly's boyfriend Doug elicit guffaws from the regulars. At one point, the previously mentioned Dan Cabrio takes the stage and without provocation eviscerates a man named Richard Dweck. That will not take the stage for about an hour. It is unclear what spurs this verbal assault, but it's inexplicably the funniest part of the night. At one point in the evening, it is mentioned that there's a roast of Richard Dweck on December 22nd. When I asked Capro if he is excited for the show because it's basically an event custom made for to showcase his talents, he just states, "I'm not going." I attempted to speak to Dweck about the upcoming roast, but he was in an Uber within 10 seconds of leaving the stage. He moved from the stage to the door with surprising speed and agility, while utterly mumbling something about needing to charge his phone, lactose intolerance, and a phobia of public restrooms. As the second hour starts, the host is still yet to tell a joke. But is somehow shouted out over a dozen other comedy shows people should check out, several local businesses, and made it abundantly clear that a can of beer and a shot is available for $5 at the bar. His dedication to promoting other shows is the equivalent of a manager at Walmart continuously announcing that Target is having a sale over the loudspeaker. At this point, several women comedians in a row grace the stage. Whether or not women are funny has become a popular conversation topic in recent years. And after this display, I can honestly say, I'm not sure. Towards the end of the second hour, several African American comics takes the stage back to back. It is unclear if this is by design, or a product of all of them being late. When they finished, the host states, and that was the Def Comedy Jam portion of the show. This statement is like wearing an O.J. Simpson mask. It's not blackface, but it's not good. It is now well after 10 p.m. There are as many people on the back patio as in the main bar area. There is a young man named Matt Nascimento that appears to be living out Travis Scott's most recent chart topper, Highest in the Room. I approach a group of Brighton bar regulars and ask if they are enjoying the show. A man with a white beard puts his big man brew on the bar and simply says, "No." At some point, Anthony Gingerelli paused a succession of aspiring jokesters to ask what shows and open mics are coming up for everybody. This appears like a good way for aspiring side splitters to promote their upcoming appearances, but most of the room reacts like a deer in headlights. Which is odd because it seems like a fairly regular occurrence. One affable young man excitedly tells the room he was doing improv in Atlantic City later in the week, and two things are clear. He was prepared for the question, and nobody cares. As the third hour starts, the Brighton bar is still thriving. People are socializing, the host is still aggressively high-fiving aspiring merrymakers, and people seem to be having fun. One young man wearing a fitted baseball cap seems like he is completely unaware of the hashtag #MeToo movement and will be more at home opening for Limp Bizkit at Woodstock 99. Another comic that looks more like Ron Swanson from NBC's seminal Parks and Rec than should be possible for a man in his 20s states surprisingly right-wing ideas for such an anti-Trump crowd. He said leaves the crowd somewhat perplexed because he is funny and not totally wrong. As a spectator, this is exhausting. I've fully taken advantage of the can of beer with a shot deal, and $25 later, I am absolutely hammered and having the time of my life. In conclusion, the open mic comedy night at Brighton Bar is a great place for aspiring mirth makers to practice their trade, and an even better place for locals thirsty for affordable drinks, an atmosphere that is way friendlier than the venue would indicate, and a good time without venturing to the way too trendy Asbury Park Boardwalk or the way too full of people that think they're better than you Red Bank. Final verdict, 2.5 out of 5 pretzels. All right, we got that out of the way. I appreciate it. Are we ready to roast away? Okay, here's the format. I'm going to bring the first dais up. You guys got 5 minutes each. I'll be down there. I'll give it a light at 4, wrap it up in a reasonable amount of time after the light. Coming to the stage first, have a seat right here. Give it up for Dweck's best friend, Timmy Morris Reedy. Give it up for VJ Preziosi. Give it up for Dan Gagliardi. Yeah. And give it up for Mark Henry. Yeah. And don't forget, on your way to the light, to take a prize out of the green bag. Let's make Timmy Reedy Morris feel welcome. Give it up for Tim. Woo!